Is an introduction really necessary for someone we all know so well?
Yo, what it do, what it do, what it do. You know who it is, it's your boy Pharaoh Mo in the building, and I'm back. And I know it's been a while, but I had some shit to do. But I'm here with a guest, and I want my guests to introduce themselves. Tyler,
Hi.
let everybody know who you are.
Hello, hello. Some of y'all know me, some of y'all don't. But I'm Jayia. Um,
Everybody tell Jayia hi. Hi, Jayia. But no, this is my guest. This is my guest for today. You know, you might see her on some more future episodes. But today I got story time, and I felt the need to tell this story because I was talking to my 8-year old over the weekend, and what made me even think about this was he asked me who my favorite artist was, and I was like, Michael Jackson, duh. He's like, I knew that. I just had to ask. And I was like, and then,
to confirm.
yeah, yeah. And then he was like, what's the coolest job you ever had? I was like, damn, I don't know. No, I mean, I mean, I don't really care too much for any of the jobs I had, personally. But one thing that came to mind was one of the most interesting jobs that I've ever had. So,
I'm curious to hear
one of the
about
most
this.
interesting jobs I ever had. Now, check this out. I call it, I call it death row magazines or death row publishing. But what it was so you went door to door selling magazine subscriptions. Yeah, yeah. Now, mind you, now let me put context to this.
How old were you, first off? That's
Right,
how
right, right. So let me put context to this because this is going to let you know how long ago this was. Shit, I was 21, so
okay. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Frontal
but
lobe not developed. Okay.
that part to it, and there was no shit was
No
all
thought process. It was, hey,
nothing.
here's how to make some money.
Yeah, pretty much. So what prompted me to do that was I broke up with my then girlfriend, and then I lived where the fuck did I live? I lived in fucking Robinson, and I ended up moving back to Canonsburg. In the process of moving back to Canonsburg, I'm like, hey, I need a fucking job. I'm not trying to work fast food or none of that shit because that was all that was around here. I'm not trying to work
Pretty
none of
much.
that shit.
And
So,
not knocking it, but
right,
wasn't
not
for me. It
right.
wasn't for me either.
Yeah, and I needed money. That wasn't no money. So I don't know if you remember the penny saver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was looking in the penny saver and I was looking at the jobs, and they said there was a job saying, you want to make money traveling? Yeah. So I called the number, hit them up, and they're like, yeah, you want to come and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, sure. Well, in 2 days, go to the Greyhound station and meet us in Charlotte, North Carolina. There'll be a ticket waiting for you and everything. I was like,
Oh, wow.
okay, this is kind of quick, but okay. And now, mind you, I didn't have no kids at the time, so it was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 days later, I get around to go to the Greyhound station, and I'm on my way to Charlotte, North Carolina. I get to Charlotte, and I meet one of the dudes that I guess he's one of the managers of this magazine place.
Okay.
And he picks me up in this van, takes me to the hotel. Now this hotel, now we're in the South, right? So it's not the best hotel. It was some shit that you see on like
Was about to say the van would have threw me off. And I'm like,
yeah, oh it did. Yeah, if it wasn't for a nigga that had a sign saying my name, hey, I wouldn't know.
I'd have turned right back around and went right back on that bus.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. It was crazy. So I'm like, this is kind of sketchy. Like, it's a shitty ass hotel. But not only that, like, what the fuck are we doing? I was lost. So I get to the hotel. They're giving me the rundown and everything, and he was telling me everybody else is out working. That's so nobody's here. You can do whatever you want. They gave me a couple dollars. They was like, "Hey, go whatever, go do whatever." And then, but they was like, "Hey, just be back here around like 8:30, 9 o'clock because everybody's gonna be coming back. Want to introduce you to everybody, and give you the real rundown of how everything's gonna go for tomorrow when you go out." Okay. Yeah, okay, so come back with all day. I'm just sitting there chilling and shit. Then when everybody comes back, I'm sitting there meeting everybody. Everybody's all cool. And they got these meetings every single night. Now, keep in mind, we're going we're going to get back to these meetings here a little later. These meetings are important.
Also,
Uh-huh.
Are you getting paid like the time that you're there, like before
Yeah.
any actual stuff?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. They paid me. They gave me money and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, cool. And then, but see, I'm gonna get to that part here too, and here in a second. So they have these meetings, and everybody who went out and sold magazine subscriptions, they sit there and they pretty much praise them and shit. But if you didn't sell no magazines that day, nigga, you had to go to another meeting after the meeting.
Oh hell.
And however that meeting goes is however that meeting goes. I'll say that much. But I didn't know. I didn't know. But everybody's all cool and everything. We're all chilling. We all go get a bunch of drinks and something to eat and shit. And yeah, we just kicking it. Then the next day comes and I go out for the first time, and like we drive hours away, and they just drop us off and like
Like in the middle of nowhere.
in the middle of nowhere,
Oh
literally,
hell.
literally the middle of nowhere,
In the South.
in the South.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere. Hey, meet me back here in about 2 hours. Yeah, now walk in and go. He's gonna show you how to do this. Pay attention. You'll be all right. I'm like, okay. I don't know. I don't know no better. I don't know nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say this sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I don't know. So we're going to the first house, and he gives us a little spiel and blah, 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 and gives them a little pamphlet of all the magazines and subscriptions that they can get. And I'm sitting there looking at it too. I'm like, these motherfuckers is overpriced. I don't know how these motherfuckers be getting these people to buy this shit. I don't get it. Here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker. This is why they get them to buy it. If you don't want to get a magazine subscription, you can donate to St. Jude's. That money ain't going to St. Jude's. I'll tell you that much.
Listen, sidebar. I do not. Whenever like grocery stores or whatever is like, hey, do you want to donate to such and such? They've already done their yearly donation, so anything above that is a tax deduction. So
Right.
like, I don't know. I'll donate directly to the charity myself.
But see, I'll get back to that part a little bit later.
This story got
So,
layers.
yes, 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 yes. So, we're going through all the day, and I'm just getting the whole format of how to go about things and how to do this right, because at the end of the day, I don't want to have a meeting after the meeting, but I got a grace period because I'm new. You know what I mean? But to make a long story short, at the end of that day, I came out. I got some subscriptions. I made them some money. So I set a good bar for them. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I set a bar for them. They paid me good that night because they paid you every night. Depending on what you did, they paid you. So I was getting the money. I was like, cool. So there was this one nigga he did. They kept on having to talk to him.
Yeah.
Kept on having to talk to him. And let's just say I didn't see him after that night. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Can't say what happened, but I didn't see him after that night. I don't know. But so after that, the next day, we did something called a jump, where we go from one city to the next. So we was in Charlotte, and then we went down to Florida. First stop was like Melbourne, Florida, and I liked that spot. It was kind of cool. But the shit that fucked me up about Florida, man, this still fucks me up to this day. Like they got deer. I mean, they got like alligators and shit like that. Like we got deer up here, and then they got them
Yep.
little ass fucking lizards. Like I can't do it.
Everywhere.
I can't do it.
And then I don't know if you like when it gets cold there,
They like fall off the tree and
they
shit.
fall out the trees because they're sleep. You know.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. No, I can't. No, I can't do it. No, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird like that, but I can't do it. But
I was
maybe,
gonna say it's like that here in Texas. Like it's not as bad as Florida, but every once in a while I'll see little lizards, little salamanders.
yeah, yeah. It would bug me out. Night, very, very great weather, but yeah. But so we made a jump from North Carolina to Florida, and I guess we stayed at a better hotel. We was at least like across the street from the beach, so it was all right. It was cool. So that's that. When we got to Florida, that's when they let me do my thing. I had to do my thing now because I keep on, you know, I keep on getting them. I keep on making sales. And they keep on sitting on these niggas that's not making sales. They keep on saying, "How come y'all been here and Pharaoh's just getting here and he's doing this and that?" He's like, "Y'all look bad. Y'all look trash. He's sitting here. He did it first day." So I'm getting praised all day. Niggas, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But the one day I did, there was one day I didn't get nothing. Cause he had us, dude. I've never seen so many back ass dirty South roads in my life. Never seen so many back roads in my life. I could see how when something bad happens to you down there, they can't find you. I could see how, cause it's crazy. And another thing that I didn't know was there's a no solicitation law. I mean, I'm sure there's one around everywhere around here, but I didn't know there was a no solicitation law, especially down south.
Yep.
And I'm with a bunch of niggas and other types of people. So we're sticking out and we're walking around. So and they got sheriffs down there. The sheriffs is patrolling, not the regular cops. So oh dog, it was crazy. They was taking niggas to jail. They stopped me one time. Actually, there was a couple times, but I was in different spots. They stopped me one time, and they was like, you know, they just looked at my license and shit. They was like, you know, you don't know no better. We're gonna let you go. Just we don't want to see we don't want to see you again.
They knew what they was
Just go.
doing.
They was like, just go this way. We're gonna drive this way. We don't want to see you. I was like, you won't see me. And you sure fucking didn't see me again. I went and waited. I waited till dude came and picked us up and shit. I was like, fuck that. If I don't get it, I don't get it. So, we went back, had a meeting, and we had a meeting, but they was cool with me not having shit. They was like, yeah, it's cool, whatever, blah blah blah. They took my one dude, my one partner I was with. They took him. The cops took him to jail. Yeah, because he was from New York, and yeah, they ran his name, all types of warrants and shit, and yeah, so a lot of people was going to jail because they used
Trying
that.
to sell.
They use that job to like be on the run because you move around.
Right. I
You know
mean,
what I
yeah.
mean?
I mean, that's smart till you get caught.
Till you get caught. So one day we're having a meeting in my room. Me and my nigga from New York. He's from Brooklyn. His name was Gerard. Cool ass nigga. They asked me to have a meeting in my room and shit. And I was like, yeah. They was like, yeah. He's like, yeah. This won't have pertains to y'all. Y'all can do what y'all do because me and my boy was watching the basketball game, drinking, smoking and shit, and everybody be doing that too. So they was like, yeah, don't even it's all good. And they were having a meeting. They was getting on this dude real bad, like bad. I don't know what he was. He used to be a top producer. I guess he hit a dry spell, and then he hit a dry spell so bad. Then the dude that's having the meeting started talking shit on him, and his dude's girlfriend she does it too, and everything. So dude has a girlfriend there and shit, and the dude that's having the meeting is sitting here telling everybody how how they're fondling his girlfriend. Oh, and lack of better
What?
terms, yes,
Oh, hell.
yes, yes. You know what I'm saying? They're getting on dude real bad. I literally I had to step in. I'm like, yeah, because I couldn't believe it. Like I was like, God damn,
Were they
like
being serious or were they
no,
just trying to get him?
it was dead
Oh,
serious.
wow.
Oh, it was yeah,
Wow.
it was dead serious. Yeah, I had to like break that shit up because it was like where just even coming from? Like this shit it was wild. It was wild.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? But that was just the one thing that like I was like, yo, what's going on here? Because once he said that, that's when my eyes started opening and started paying attention to every single person that I was around and what's really going on. And what was really going on was some wild shit. So the head dude, he was a white guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
Mhm.
I really honestly I don't know what the nigga did, but he was pulling every day, pulling out big fucking basketball knots. I don't know. I don't. Nigga, you can't be getting that many magazine subscriptions. There's just no
Right.
way.
Something else is really going on.
Something's going on.
It was money laundering something.
Something because I'll tell you what. He rented a yacht for us. I didn't get a chance to get on the yacht. I left before the yacht. I left before the yacht. So we come back from working all day one day. We have another meeting in my room. This time, you can feel the tension. You feel it, and needless to say, they're talking to dude. I see a DVD player getting passed around. It was my roommate's DVD player getting passed around and shit. They say, no, you see that thing up in the air? They start beating this dude's ass. Dog, fucked him up. They fucked him up. All because he couldn't sell the magazines.
They probably like you saying about that money they probably needed to hit a certain level. And it was like, if we got 10 guys, each guy gets $50 in sales, that's enough to cover whatever we're laundering. That's probably why.
They're like it, they whooped this dude's ass so bad. Like I, I'm not gonna
Over
say
some
what I
magazine.
had to do. I'm not gonna say what I had to do, but I'll just say they put the guy in the van, dropped him off at the airport. I know that for a fact. Didn't see him again. That's when that that's when I had to make a decision.
Right.
I had to make a very sturdy decision. What the fuck am I going to do? Because it's getting too crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know this money.
Over selling some
So I was
magazines.
selling some magazines, and the it's just not for me.
Right.
So what I had to do, because like I was trying to get out of there, they wasn't trying to give me a ticket back, so I had to get out there and do what I had to do. So what I did was I went out there and worked, and I hit him. I had to hit him with the, if you don't want to, if you don't want a magazine subscription, you can donate to St. Jude's. We take checks from them, checks or cash. We take it. I got the cash.
Mm.
I got the cash fast. And guess what I did? I got me a motherfucking
Oh,
ticket back
that's
to
what I'm about.
Pittsburgh. And I had money to eat on the way back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did that shit quick, fast, in a fucking hurry.
I would have too. I'm like,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
Yeah, and yeah, and it's so crazy because the same nigga that picked me up was the same nigga that dropped me off. I was like, yeah, I'll be back.
And it sounded like they didn't even do no paperwork or nothing when you got down there, so they had no idea.
Oh, the funny part is they did.
Wait, what?
They did.
They had you do paperwork? Oh wow.
I don't know what type of, like, I don't know for what, because they paid me cash. I never got no. It's not like I got a pay stub or anything.
Right.
No direct deposit. You know what I mean? So it's like,
What's this paperwork for? Oh, they was probably. You know
they
what?
was probably trying to cover their ass.
They were, and when they filed taxes, to proof of employee, like we had umpteen employees this year.
Yep. Oh, see, if they was doing this now, they would probably made a killing with PPE.
Oh my god. Hey, who knows? They might
Yeah,
have.
they might have. They might have. They're probably still eating that off of that till this day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so after I finessed them, got a couple dollars. Where did I leave from? I think I left from Orlando. I think I might have left from Orlando and headed right back up to Pittsburgh. Yeah, left the sun and warm weather. Came back to Pittsburgh and it was snowing as a motherfucker up there. It was cold,
But
snow.
but you was safe. You were
Yeah,
safe.
yeah, yeah, and just on my way back, it was man. I don't know, man. See, it seems like everywhere I go, like I don't know. I'll be a lot of places, and everywhere I go, it's like I'm good. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's just weird, but I don't know. And I always find someone, or someone always finds me, and we just hit it off, and I'm like, oh, okay, like for instance, this dude, this Spanish dude, it was me and him on the way down from down in Florida all the way back up to Pittsburgh. It was me and him, and you know what I mean, kicking it, going smoking weed, getting something to eat and shit. Like I always happen to find that one person. Like it's crazy, but
Mm-hmm.
she'll just be working working like that with me. I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, it's my crazy work story,
Glad you're here. I'm
but
glad you're
but
still
but
alive.
I
I'm
did
glad you
I
ain't,
shortened it down a little bit, but
glad you ain't
that's
wound up on the news.
and the crazy part is they was still like calling me after that to come back, and I'm
Oh, you
like,
was getting them sales.
yeah,
You were getting them sales. That's why they wanted you.
yo, fuck that shit. No, they was trying to bake my cake. They wanted me to they wanted me to come back down to bake my cake. I left off with the bread. I ran off on that plug. Oh man. But you got any, I guess, crazy work? You work like
The
any
only
crazy work stories or interesting places of employment, I should say.
only one, and I'm sure I know a couple people that we know that work for these folks, but the only really crazy work story that I have was I worked for Vector Marketing for they sell them Cutco knives. I know
Nice.
everybody was doing that, but I
Yeah.
remember they got me with their little sales pitch and whatnot, and I want to say I was only there for 2 weeks, and what got me was my manager. We're in a meeting, and I think I had made like two sales, and both of them were my aunts had bought some stuff for the house, and he was like, you really need to like step it up and do this and that. And I wasn't even paying attention to him because was this I don't know if this was in the middle of college or right after college, but this man smelled like he had literally just woke up from a frat couch and put on a suit jacket and was talking to me. Trying,
Probably.
yeah, and I'm just like I'm not even paying attention to him. I'm just like in my mind, I'm like, what are you drinking? Like, like what were you drinking last night? Because that's all I smell. And I just while I'm telling him, I was like, you know what, this job ain't for me. Like, I'm not a salesperson, even though that's what I do.
Yeah.
Even though that's what I do now. But I'm like, I'm not a salesperson. So like this year, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I couldn't hang with that. I was like,
Mm.
nah, fuck this shit.
No, I've
I
had
even, yeah,
yeah,
I even went to school and I had a bunch of sales class, well, business management, all.
yeah. But no, I do sales now, but I do it on the customer service side of it. That's all. I take care of the customer. They're happy. They give me more money. Thank you.
Hey, as long as you're not whooping niggas' asses.
Sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes I want to, but a professional,
Yeah, yeah, professional,
professional.
professional. Yeah, yeah. Hey, pay stubs, checks.
Exactly.
No,
It's funny because
no cash.
right when I'm in like my managers, when I'm in my one-on-ones with them, I'm like safe space, and my one manager was like circle of trust. But as soon as he said circle of trust, listen, the gloves came off, and I was like, you better get so and so before I get so and so because
I know how that be. I know how that be. Shit. But what else you got going on? There anything that is on your mind that you want to talk about? How
listen,
you feel about I was about to say how you feel about Trump, but I already know how you feel about Trump. Like I'm saying
listen,
like the same way I feel about Trump. Fuck that nigga.
listen. I'm
I'm
like
sorry.
waiting for this to be over, like waiting for it to
Yeah,
be over. That's all.
y'all, man, this shit is
Keeping my head
crazy. I
above
never.
water and my head down, waiting for this to be over.
Hey, I just keep on saying, hey, this ain't got nothing to do with me.
No, but something,
Nothing. It does
it
do a little
does.
bit.
Something's gonna happen though because midterms are coming up, and the Republicans are realizing they're losing votes, and they're losing votes fast. So they're gonna do something,
Oh
like
yeah.
because they have control of everything. So they're gonna do something. What they're gonna do, I have no idea. but they're going to do something because a bunch of them is going to lose come November. So
Yeah, and I don't know if you heard about they I guess they reinstated the draft.
but it's
That's
that here's the thing though, it's always been there. Like you have to register,
right,
like
right.
men have to register when they're 18, so it's always been there. It's just a call. You know what I mean? Like, it's not voluntary anymore. Like they call you, you're going, but everybody has to register. Well, not
Right.
excuse me. Males 18 and up have to register.
Yeah, because I was like, yo, like that to me that's scary because I got three
Mm,
boys, so it's like,
I got nephews.
yeah,
I
right.
I got I got a godson that just turned 18.
And any
Like,
given time, it
mm-hmm.
could go down
Yep.
right now.
But yeah, but I think I I believe I hope, but I believe the Republicans are going to do something before it gets too bad because
Oh yeah,
again, because they're making all these speeches and stuff, and it's like, I know why you're doing this. You don't want to lose your seat in the House. Like most people are smart enough to realize that. Like, you're doing this. You're not doing it because you're sick of him. You're doing it because you don't want to lose your seat in the House or the Senate or wherever. You want to make sure you still have your power play. So you're going to say and do what the people that are voting for you want to do. And you're
right,
realizing that even though the Republicans won everything, it's not going to stay because people are pissed off. You are messing with. I think I saw something. It's called the profile is called Silent Middle Child, but she's interviewing her brother about everything that's going on, and he was saying raising the gas prices pissed off MAGA. So now, now people want to do something. People want change and stuff, and it's like it didn't even have to get here.
right.
We didn't
At
even
all.
have to get to this,
Yeah,
but.
yeah. But it's yeah, it's a fucking play.
Mhm.
See, me and this guy at work, we be talking, and this shit is deep. This shit is deep. I don't think people realize how deep this
Mm-mm.
shit is. And I don't know, man. What Trump's doing, he's
No, he's
yo,
trying to
dog.
line he's trying to
He
line his pockets even further. That's pretty much all it is.
yeah. I just I never seen. I never heard. Well, I can't say I never heard because I'm sure this shit is always. Well, I can't. I don't know. I don't know if this shit has always went down like this. I know this shit's been grimy, but the way things are going right now, this shit is crazy. I never heard of a president just pretty much being a tyrant.
Pretty much.
You
Well,
know what I mean?
he's I said this whenever he got elected the first go around. He's treating the United States like a
Like a
business.
business.
That's he's not treating it like a country with people and citizens that he has to make decisions for. He is
Hmm.
treating it like a business. So he doesn't care if it fails because he's going to go do something else.
Yeah, man. I called him a necessary evil.
Mhm.
Like I felt like we needed to have him in there because I didn't feel like the other person was adequate enough. But at the same time, I might be kicking myself in the ass right now.
I don't believe she had enough runway. And I hate to say this. I voted for her, but she did not have enough runway to basically get her back platform and build her platform because a lot of the complaints that I heard about her were people don't trust her.
Right.
But it's like she didn't even have an opportunity to platform or anything. The other
I
thing
guess you're
is,
right because they just threw her out. They pretty much
mhm,
threw her out there. You know what I mean? And that campaign time, that was some short campaign time.
yep,
You know what I
yep,
mean?
she
Because
did not
it
have
really
enough
was
time.
supposed to be Sleepy Joe.
Hmm.
So I guess you're right. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
But
you're right.
the other thing is the United States is racist, and they, we were
Bad
blessed to
enough they
get
let a
Barack.
nigga in.
Yes.
That's bad enough.
Yes. But they were not gonna let a black woman. They were not. I'm sorry. They were not. You know.
Yeah.
I I believe that if it was flipped around, like her running mate, I believe if he was the one for president and she was still vice president, maybe they would have won.
Right.
But like, I feel like people that didn't vote before came out the woodwork because they did not want her to be president.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like they just didn't, you know what I mean? They didn't care. It wasn't necessarily that they wanted Trump; they just didn't want her.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's safe to say. That's safe to say. Yeah, a lot of people felt that way, and it's I don't know, man. Like the way I feel about it all now, I don't trust none of them.
No, everybody's in
And
it. They're all in it for
they're
themselves.
they're all in it. So like, what I started doing was I'll go to the poll and vote, but I don't vote for like Democrat, Republican, or anything. I go and I go to the bottom and that little write-in, that write-in vote, I write my name. I'll just do it like that.
One day you're gonna see your name pop up as winning something.
Fuck it, you know what I mean? What's the worst that can happen?
What one day you're don't be watching gonna win mayor or something. I could see it now.
By default, like a motherfucker.
Oh my god. Girl, there's not gonna
Oh
be
man.
anybody in a category and you're gonna put your name there and you're gonna be like, oh, I'm a representative for the 13th something
Yeah,
district.
right. Hey, don't let me be in office of nothing. Like one thing I always said was, don't never let me be a cop because I know I would be a dirty ass cop. I know I would. I know. I, 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 I
So don't put you in a position of authority.
don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't, I'll, let me shut up. Anywho.
Noted. Don't put you in a position of authority. Noted. Noted.
Anywho, it's been real, but
It
thank you for
is.
coming on. We're gonna have to definitely do this again. And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
thank you for enjoying, story time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know,
That's
I might have
I was
another.
looking forward to it and it did not disappoint.
Yeah,
Honestly, I did not know where it was gonna go, but yeah, that's
it's
wild.
it is. And again, I shortened it down I shortened it down. There's other parts of that story I just left out. Yeah,
We can save it for we can save it for
I felt
another.
like I felt like they almost weren't important, but yeah.
Hey, hey, listen. Glad you made it back to Pennsylvania safe.
Hey, you and me both. You and me both. But thank you,
Okay?
and
Thank you for having me.
yeah, we're going to do this again. And thanks everybody for watching. And I'll see you later. Also, damn, I got somebody's on. I don't know. I gotta check my schedule. I got somebody coming on here within the next day or week or so. Y'all stay tuned. But until then, peace.